Jack Hanma is the son of Diane Nail and Yujiro Hanma. Jack's mother was a secret agent whose job was to get rid of Yujiro Hanma during the battlefield. When the ogre discovered that Diane was trying to outsmart him, he decided to take revenge on her and rape Diane. That's how Jack was born. Yujiro, unlike with Baki's mother, did not kill her, and Jack's mom decided to keep the kid. Unlike his half-brother Baki Hanma, he had his childhood wish to surpass his father Yujiro Hanma in strength and martial ability, to get revenge rather than earning his love and respect. But Jack was born with a weak body and damaged himself badly during his extreme overtraining at various fighting gyms, which led to the deterioration of the muscles in his body. He was not much more than skin and bones because his body has been damaged by overwork. For example, Jack would punch sandbags for over 12 hours without eating, resting, or even using the restroom, and would lift weight until his body refused to do anymore. He claimed he will never be able to defeat his father with normal training. But once he met a scientist named Dr. John, who witnessed Yujiro killing a polar bear and was inspired by the power of the ogre to make a super athlete. The scientist promised Jack great results if he tries using a special drug which he called X4. Hanma received from him a concentrated formula of steroids to match his overtraining and gained immense power in the process, though in the process Jack has become addicted to the drugs and began overdosing, leaving him even more mentally unstable. At first the doctor was happy with Jack's results, but at one point he tells the Canadian that he's really starting to overdose completely, although the doctor finally agreed to give Jack as many drugs as he wanted. Like Yujiro, he became powerful enough to kill a polar bear with his bare hands, but with his unstable mindset, he was more brutal and made its death agonizing. Later Jack appears at the Maximum tournament and made it to the finals before every fight using a lot of his power-upping drugs. At the final match he faced Baki, and in a hard fight Jack's body starts to deform due to many drugs he took, and he starts screaming and vomiting painfully in the arena but does not intend to stop fighting. The mutated Jack's body gets rid of the drugs he took and he became even more powerful. Eventually, Baki's cheat technique called the Demon Back Everyone Suck activated and Jackie Boy lost the fight. The next stage of Jack's evolution comes, and after the Maximum tournament Jack has Kurega Shinogi to perform surgery to lengthen his bones. Multiple of his bones were broken and he had his limb lengthened in 8 places. Jack managed to gain 20 centimeters high. Jack was 6.4 feet and now he is around 6.11 feet at this point in the series. Also thanks to the training at the gym he has able to get all his muscles back and even grow bigger muscles than before. Also, he was never seen to use X4 drug again, as his body probably fused together with it and overcame all the lethal consequences Jack could get after the dope.
Guy's like a freaking tank! He's not even human. Stand and fight.
After losing to Pickle, Jack lost a lot of his teeth which were replaced, and also Shinogi Kureha performed another limb lengthening surgery, so Jack became even taller and bigger. From this point he is 243 centimeters. Also his muscles grew up according to the body. Jack became a huge tank with an insane physical power. But all of this doesn't help him to beat Izo Motobe. He is still no match to the top tier fighters and Hanma lost the fight. Motobe ties him up and removes all of his teeth, as teeth were Jack's main weapon in fights. After that fight comes the last stage of Jack's evolution. Jack has made major improvements to the power of his masseter, strengthening his bites. Since biting is Jack's signature technique, it has become his martial pursuit and he has devoted himself to it. Traveling around the world, Jack has finally completed his technique in Taiwan and mastered his skill. He called it Godo, the way of biting. He also had a full set of artificial titanium teeth surgically implanted in his mouth. From the results of his Godo, Jack is capable of forming a 500 yen coin in a triangle-like shape by using his artificial teeth. His sight was improved to the point that he is able to see countless of major and minor blood vessels, similar to X-ray vision. Jack himself has stated that his Godo sees all animals and all humans as nothing more than dense clumps of vital points. With Godo, Jack can bite and tear off opponents' body parts in moments before they know it, making them bleed a lot. He can also counterattack any strike aimed at his face with a quick and hard bite. He managed to rip off the little finger of Nominosuke II when he hit him in the face and tear his heel when the sumo wrestler kicked him in the jaw.
Just who does that guy think he is, anyway?
After this final transformation, looks like Jack Hanma became one of the top tier characters of the series, but we'll find it out only in an actual fight. Jack made a really long way to becoming an ultimate fighter. From a weak guy who overworks in a gym and can't actually fight someone, to a giant monster who could eat you alive. What do you think about Jack Hanma? Leave your comments down below. He's one of my favorite characters of the series, his fights are always epic and fun to watch. Leave a like if this video was interesting to you and subscribe for
In the seat of corruption, me say me sit. Look like from corruption, them not benefit.